Hey, Daryl here, and this is my daily devotional. So it's hard to imagine that the name of the prostitute Rahab shows up in Matthew chapter 1 in the genealogy of Jesus. But right there in verse 5, there is her name. Now, we know that we are righteous before God by faith. We know that it says Abraham believed God and it was credited to him as righteousness. Well, as we think about Rahab the prostitute, it says right here in Joshua chapter 2 verse 9, I know that the Lord has given this land to you. She has professed her knowledge, her faith in the Lord. And so she followed through in the destruction of Jericho. Now let's back up and read a little bit. It's time for the children of Israel to possess the promised land. And we know that God has given Joshua instructions. So Joshua sends a couple spies to Jericho. Well, they're found out. And so they hide out in Rahab the prostitute's house. Now, it says, go look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of the prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. The king of Jericho was told, look, some of the Israelites had come here tonight to spy on the land. So the king of Jericho sent this message to Rahab, bring out the men who came to you and entered your house, because they have come to spy out the whole land. But the women had taken the two men and hidden them. She said, yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they had come from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, the men left. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly. Well, she's lying. She knows exactly where they were. She had taken them up on the roof, and she had hidden them under stalks of flax. And it goes on and speaks on this. So the men set out in pursuit of the spies on the road that leads to the fords of the Jordan. And so she led them astray with her false information. Now, she's talking to them. Before the spies lay down for the night, she went up on the roof and said, I know the Lord has given this land to you. All right? Now let's fast forward to the book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 31 says, by faith, the prostitute Rahab, because she was welcomed by the spies, was not killed with those who were disobedient. And so she is exercising faith while she is sharing her information with these spies. And she sets out to help them. Now they make an agreement. They make a pact amongst each other. And instructions were, you take this scarlet cord and you put it out your window, and when Jericho is being destroyed, you and your family will be saved. Now, what about that? That story has intrigued me my whole life. So, the prostitute, Rahab, and her family, saved in the destruction of Jericho. Many years ago, back in about 1993, I was on a mission trip, a medical mission trip in Brazil. And there they were doing their medical stuff, and another fellow and I just went through a walk down the village, thatch roofed huts, and we were just going from house to house. We had a track that had in Portuguese and then in English the plan of salvation, and we were just going in one hut after another. They were very welcoming people, and we went into one. Two ladies were there, and we just smiled at each other because they didn't speak English and we didn't speak Portuguese, and we handed them the track and we got up and left. All the children outside who were following us were really laughing at us. Well, come to find out, they were prostitutes. And so we had the opportunity to at least share the gospel tract with those ladies. So, with that said, it doesn't matter what your profession is, how terrible a murderer a person may be. By faith, anyone can come to Christ. God bless you. Good day.